Yeah, good morning, everyone. Our friends, our clients, and our realtors. So good to be here in your midst today. And I hope we've had a very knowledgeable session, especially since the beginning of Cohort 3 Masterclass. So my name is Candace Ebhomielen-Uaboi. And of course, you all know me as the MD, CEO of BlueDutch. I really would like to appreciate, especially those of you that attended from the start, from Module 1. And for those of you that have stayed through with us from Cohort 1, Cohort 2, and now Cohort 3, we appreciate you. We strategically got you seasoned experts from diverse fields because we want you to be well-rounded. We want to build well-rounded realtors and ambassadors for BlueDutch that are knowledgeable in major sectors and facets that they could also apply to their personal lives, apart from helping people gain financial freedom through real estate investment. It's also important that you apply these indices to your own personal life and try to better your life, especially in the year 2026. I would start by, I'm just going to make it very brief so we could answer as many questions as possible. We want to answer your questions, clear your doubts, and provide clarification for whatever areas that you may not be clear about. I was a realtor for over a decade, and I have first-hand information and first-hand experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly as far as real estate is concerned in Lagos. So we decided to channel our energy towards tackling the bad and expatiating on the good. So if you notice BlueDutch, if you see our core values, it covers and it concerns the good, the bad, and the ugly aspects of real estate. All we think about doing, all we aim to do is to right the wrong within the sector and convert the bad to good. It's not easy, like everybody knows, but we've been here for a couple of years and we believe we are going stronger. A lot of you, we attest, realtors, we attest that we're getting stronger, we are growing. And as we grow, some of our realtors are growing with us. And of course, we will keep delivering quality and excellence to everyone. I'll leave the floor open now for questions. I want to answer your questions, asking me questions about BlueDutch, asking me about our vision, where we've been and where we intend going. So I would provide clarity and clarification. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Candice. Please, ma, it's really great having you around. Permit me use this medium to say thank you, ma. Thank you for impacting lives. Thank you for all you do. So, ma, my question goes this way. Okay, I saw this Ivy City that is also at a Laro close there, and I've been trying to communicate to people about it, but I realized the Ivy City is for young stars. It's only for children or so. I don't know, ma. Can you really clarify if adults can invest in that, as in invest on such as well, or is it just for children? Is it specifically meant for children? Thank you, ma.
Thank you for that question. Ivy City is for everyone. It's an investment opportunity for everybody, both old and young. But what we decided to do was we wanted to create an avenue where parents could invest for their youngsters, for the young upcoming generation. Now, this idea was inspired by the fact that in our years of doing real estate, we realized something prevalent. There was a land we were trying to sell to someone in 2016. You know, so the land was worth 1.2 billion naira. It's along Lekki Expressway. A church was trying to buy the land. So I was among the agents that were trying to pull that transaction. Worth 1.2 billion naira. And then when we saw the documents of the land was bought in 1998 for 800,000 naira. So you could imagine between 1998 and 2016, 800,000 naira transformed into 1.2 billion naira. You know, so that is what this is one of the cases that we try to bring into realization or reality. Now, if you buy a plot of land for your child in 1998 for 800,000 naira, when the child is an adult, possibly between in his early 20s or even in his 20s or early 30s, the child will sell that plot of land for 1.2 billion. Meaning, with one plot of land, you can settle your child for life. So all you need to do is buy one plot of land, and in your mind, you think, I've given my child all the inheritance he needs. Because before the child grows up, the land or the said property would appreciate to meet his current demand as at the time he's grown. So that was the reason why we decided to initiate IVCT for parents to invest in their kids. And now, to help parents achieve that, we made the terms and conditions for IVCT quite easy, very easy terms to meet. For instance, 12 months payment plan at a zero cost. So rather than when adults purchase from the same estate, 7 payment plan attracts some extra amount, some interest. But for kids investment, which we call the young investors, it's free 12 months. If you pay outright, you get some gifts. And then we prioritize the plots we give to these children. We give them very, some people will say they like close to the gate or close to the amusement park or that. So we would ask you as the guardian, what sort of area do you want your child to be allocated in within the estate? Do you want close to the recreational? Do you want close to the gate? So we just want to encourage parents to invest for their children. So that is the difference in terms of package. But adults can still invest in IVCT. We have 2 different flyers. We have flyer for kids, we have flyer for adults. So adults also could invest in IVCT. It's not just an initiative for youngsters. Thank you very much.
Any question? Let me ask MD question. MD, what inspired you to go into developments?
Okay, so development has been part of the plan. Already we have been developers. So we have been developers, but then we were a marketing firm. So we used to develop for people, especially in diaspora, that probably did not choose their family members or just needed expert services and expert touch. We used to develop for them. But upon metamorphosis into a sales and development company, of course, when you're just starting a process, you can't bite more than you can't bite for too big a piece of cake. You have to bite a smaller part and then keep biting gradually. So of course, sites and services was the first aspect we decided to go into. And then when we solidify, we get get our structure in place, lay our beds in the right foundation, then we'd go into a more a bigger tax development. So it's always been in the pipeline, but we just needed the right time to strike. We wanted to go into it at a time where we were ready. We had a team already set, the structure was right. We had the required number of realtors and every other aspect in our checklist. We needed to tick them before going into development. And I'm glad and I'm excited to say that we have ticked those boxes and we are ready to go into that aspect. Now, another reason why we are so keen and so passionate about it is, first of all, members of our team and our management team are all developers one way or the other. If you go to our website, then you read more about the management team, you realize that we have all been developers. It's for me personally, it's when I'm happiest when I'm at the site. Whenever I'm in site, I'm so happy. I love building, I love designs, I love construction. I've been like this since I was a young girl. Before my teenage, really, I used to paint my room. Yeah, my room will be different from every other person's room. I'll just go get paint myself, start putting designs, start putting touches. There was a time, actually at age 19, I got a tiler to come and put tiles in my room, different from what was there before,
Wow.
So my sisters were wondering, is this one okay? How much did you spend? So it's a lot of money then. I think I spent 25,000 naira then. That was a lot of money. I saved money. I just said, I like this kind of tiles. In my room, the tiler came and, did everything. And then I was even in university. So it's not like I was always at home. I was in the hostel. But whenever I come home, my room in the hostel, I always had posters. Then this, what's it called? American musicians, Usher, Beyonce, Jay-Z, they used to have those posters. That we used to buy on the street vendors used to sell.
Yeah.
We just take it, put gum on the back and paste it on our wall. My room was always very dramatic, So for me, building construction is my natural habitat. And our staff will tell you that when it comes to building construction, that's the part I'm always interested in. When they talk about social media, they talk about, I'm not always interested, but when you come to building, oh my God, that's where I find my interest in. So yes, I know we can do better. We can do better. And I see houses that are soaked. The walls are soaked, wet, dampy and all that. So in my mind, I'm like, we should be able to do better. We are not promising, perfection. It's just going to be perfect. No, we are promising we will give it our all and we will deliver quality. And now,
Quality.
to kickstart our building project, we actually scouted for one of the best architects you could find around in Nigeria. Someone coming in with so much experience, 36 years being an architect in South Africa, and recently relocated to Nigeria. He's loaded.
Yeah.
He follows rules to the letter. He leaves no stone unturned. In fact, it's not even somebody you can, if you notice, most of the people that work with us, most of our consultants, most of our staff members, they're not people you would even walk up to tell to cut corners. Like, it's strange to them. Now we have some workers in our organization. There was one that she was telling me that Ma, do you know, somebody actually keep telling me that you are listening. How come you are not? So some things are alien to them. They are not supposed to listen to you. You tell the architect, oh, let's cut corners. This one is going to be so expensive. Why don't you just do this? He will not even listen to you. They are by nature. There are people we call embarrassment fidel. Embarrassment fidel, that's they work with good faith. They don't cut corners. They like to look left or right. If you start telling them to cut corners, they start thinking, they start avoiding you. They want to avoid you. So those are the people that we work with in every area.
Thank you so very much, Ma, for that deep insights. I just love hearing you talk about your passion, because you have so much passion in what you do, and it shows even in your work ethics also. But I have this concern. I've always asking your staffs, why is it that you guys always allocate, even just 3 people, 5 people allocate? Why it's not expensive for you guys to do? Why that people are allocating 3 months, 1 year, but your own you need 2 months within 1 month allocating after payment? Why is your own difference?
All right. So for us, allocation is not ceremony. The reason why I say this is because when I joined real estate, there was no what's it called? Real estate servicing companies were not available. Marketing companies too, they were not available. We used to deal directly with Amoniles. So you just go there, Amonile will show you your land. This is your land. You pay, you sign the documents. The next day, they've given your land. You start building, start clearing. So I grew up in real estate with that mindset where I grew up with that mindset where you pay for your land, you get it immediately. It's not a ceremony. So for me, allocation is not and shouldn't be a ceremony. I don't like it. Now, so the only reason why we do that is because, like you said, allocation is expensive to conduct. So that's why sometimes we just want a pile up of people. So when the surveyor is coming to site, well, because we have to clear the land, you clear every now and then. These grasses grow so fast.
Yeah.
And whenever we clear, we use bulldozers to clear. Taking the bulldozer to site alone, mob the mob, it's a lot of money. Then you pay the bulldozer per day. There are some estates like Edo Vidia, some estates that are within the metropolis that do not require regular clearing. We have taxed ourselves that we are going to do next day allocation. In Edo Vidia, we are working towards giving allocation the next day. Because we don't have to clear. We don't need the surveyor to go all the way to maybe Ogun State or Ibejuleki. The surveyor is just around Sapler Road. All you need to do is say, please, somebody just completed payment today. Surveyor, rush, go on map out his land. The surveyor will go there, and the next day we'll issue allocation. We want to want to be record breakers, record makers, and make these things seamless within the sector. And we believe by the time we start these processes, other companies would want to do likewise. So for us, it's about changing the narrative within the sector, trying to, apart from us doing right by our clients and realtors, we also want to be positive influence to other realtors, other developers, and other companies to do the right thing. Now, is it easy? It's not. Is it expensive? Yes, it is. But the right things are always difficult. If you find a process that is so easy, then you have to question that process. It's the extra mile you go that makes you stand out or makes you be different, And now, talking about allocation, we offer what's it called, personalized allocation. So, for instance, if a client buys land, finish payment for land today, then he says, "Oh, I'm traveling out of Nigeria. I want to see my plot. 2 days, we can give you allocation." So, in that case, we'll tell you your survey and deed will not be ready because it takes 1 week for those to be ready. Are you okay with that? They say yes. We'll take you to the land, we'll show you your plot, and then we will be or courier your documents. We've done that a couple of times. We usually courier people's documents to them if they are not able to wait for the documents to be out.
So my next question is, how did the name, what inspired you to name your brand BlueDutch? And you said within there was a time, the first time I spoke with you, you said
you were once a rector before you became a developer. So is it the name you were using as a rector you are now using? Then the second question is, I went through your website briefly and I saw you have the intention of launching into Africa countries. Do you have any plan of going into Dubai? You know, Dubai is tax-free and their land is, let me say, desert. They are looking for people to come and, you know, a lot is happening there in the real estate space. So I don't know, in the nearest future, do you have plan of launching into Dubai? I still have more questions, so but let me leave this one first, ma.
Thank you. Maybe leave some first.
All right, maybe I came prepared. Okay, so I would answer the last question first. Plans to go into African country? Yes, of course, there are plans. So you know, when we started, we had the intention was to outreach, touch as many lives as possible, especially in Africa. But we knew that success is not built overnight. We knew that we had to take it step by step, no rush, not in competition. We're just growing at our own pace, ensuring that we are delivering satisfaction along the line. So now, when we started with Lagos, we went up to states, Edo states now, and then the next phase, we want to enter an eastern state, Enugu and Owerri, and then Abuja, then touch outside Nigeria. Now, the first point of call is Rwanda. The reason why Dubai, not really Dubai, should be probably for personal investment or personal property, not really a Bluedutch thing. Reason being, we are more interested in developing projects. Dubai is already a developed project. It's like, but Rwanda is an emerging product. Rwanda is one of the most sought after locations right now in Africa in terms of security, investment security, security of life and properties, what's it called? Friendliness and what's it called? Generosity to foreign investors, peace and calm living within the environment, friendly policies, friendly tax policies, especially for foreigners. So now with these factors, we decide or we think Rwanda is seriously on our minds. But like we said, we're not rushing anything. We're not jumping the gun. We are working gradually, silently, and Rwanda is going to be our first point of call. We are focusing on developing markets where, for instance, if you purchase a plot of land in probably Ibejuleki or Epe Ogun, this axis, on the what's it called, New Lagos, the tendency for you to gain more appreciation over your property in 10, 15, 20 years is higher than if you purchase in an already settled location. For instance, you go to Surulere or invest in Ikeja. Those are settled markets. They are already striving. They are already booming. And they are expensive to even purchase from. They are very expensive. But now, what is the returns? After how many years? The returns is slower compared to affordable markets in the Beduleki and Ekpe and Ogun State. Very affordable. Everybody can key in. Remember, our dream is to have to make as many landlords as possible. So we're not only thinking about the elites. If you go to Dubai, then you are putting a cap to say only elites. A property in Dubai, it comes in billions of naira. So if you are not going to hold a minimum of 200 million, 300, 400 million, you can't even get a bedroom in Dubai. One bedroom flat in Dubai, 300 million will not even get that for you. That means you are only going to be servicing the rich. But now we are going to emerging markets that is still affordable for the middle class, and then has high potentials of returns in 10, 15 years when these people get to their prime. I'll be frank. It's a personal decision. No. Okay, so when we started as okay, let me speak for myself. When I started as a realtor, then I mean this sector was not organized. It was not an established sector. It was just very, just know your friend. Somebody wants to buy land, you have like 10 agents in one transaction. You start arguing, this is the percentage, sometimes they won't do you if you're not careful. It was very, very, very funny scenario. But that was that's the generation I started with, and it was a very good learning curve. I'm glad we started at that time because it made us strong. made us knowledgeable. Imagine when you don't have anybody speaking to, just the way we speak to realtors, come to our office all the time. Realtors come for trainings, lectures, we put them through. Nobody did all this to us. We learned everything on the streets. You hear people talk about Gazette. Gazette is, I always make reference to Gazette because it was one title that took me a long time to understand. I was still shy to ask people, what does Gazette mean? You know, I just said, people say, the land get Gazette. The land get Gazette. And I'll just be like, Gazette. And so ask me, is the land Gazette? Because then Gazette was more in vogue. People didn't talk about C of O then. C of O is like a new, getting C of O then, it was like they need a camel passing through the eye of the needle. C of O was that's the reason why C of O have so much relevance now. It's such a prestigious title. It's not because it's so, in terms of quality, it's not better off than Gazette or governor's consent. They are in the same rank. But the reason why people attach so much importance to C of O is because it's also difficult to get. You apply for C of O 10 years, 6 years, you know. So people need to care about C of O then. Land needs to have title then. You just enter any land, family that sells land to you. Then when you start processing your document. Some families, the highest they do it then was apply for accession. Accession was a big title then. Accession. Sometimes the title ends at accession. They don't even further get to Gazette. So accession Gazette was the main thing. So then Gazette, it was difficult for me to learn Gazette, the meaning of Gazette. Then I said, okay, I'll start. Okay, then when the estate development, the sector became a little bit organized, we started going for training, we started going for lectures, classes, certification courses, started taking courses. But then we had already done 8 years in the sector. So in 2018, we registered BlueDutch officially as a limited liability company. So it was in 2014, we started as BlueDutch Pound, but it was not registered officially. So we're just calling ourselves BlueDutch. We print complimentary card. We tell people that our name is BlueDutch Pound, you know. But in 2018, we did it official, and then we were still marketers. So it became BlueDutch Pound. So upon metamorphosing into youth sector, what's it called, size and services development, sales and development, we decided to take off the font and just maintain BlueDutch. You understand? So that is how we made up first. And I'm going to lie. The major reason why it became BlueDutch is because personally, my favorite color is blue. I'm particular about blue. Blue is everything to me in terms of color. So I just wanted to relate. I'm a very emotional person in terms of what I do. If I support a thing, for instance, I'm a Chelsea fan. I give my life for Chelsea. I cry sometimes for Chelsea. When things are down, the results are not coming well, I shed tears. I'm usually very emotional for things I like. And there are very few things I like. There are about 4 things that are very emotional, that are very personal to me, but I give my life for them. Now, real estate is one of them as well. So I'm very passionate. So then when I just wanted to express, you know, my love for things that I love this company so much. I love this color so much. Let's make it a blend. And then we went further to do studies to find out the meaning of the blue and the white. And they all correlated to strengths and what I as human beings, and what we try to assume to people. So it all made sense. Like, okay, it even has a good meaning that reflects what we want. So let's run with this. So that's how we came about the name BlueDutch.
I just want to ask something a bit emotional, like personal. So, you see, you wanted to change narratives. I'm just picking things that you said, like we want to change this narrative, and then as a lady, you came in the midst of this men-dominated business. How do you manage these things? How for people that are still coming, like trying to encourage people like realtors that are still in this business, how do you manage to still hold your ground? I mean, still smile, still do these great works, and still like have these objectives to move on. Thank you, ma. That's the question. Should I still continue with my questions?
It's okay,
Hold on.
and the last one.
Okay, let's take it one at a time.
And she has teeth.
All right, thank you for your question, Chiamaka. Like you said, it's an emotional and personal question to me. Female in this sector, it's everything you think of when you talk in terms of difficulty. Now, the only thing that keeps people going, like I said, like I always tell our staff members, one strong point that we have and one reason why we are still here, are still doing great things and expanding and doing right by our associates is the passion we have for the job. So passion is the reason why we're still here. That, I mean, no matter the difficulties we face, no matter what we see, no matter the downtime, the hard times, we know in our hearts that we are not going anywhere. There's no option B. There's no plan B for us. So that saw us through our, I mean, when we started first year, second year, of course, the start of every business is not easy. You're still finding your feet. You haven't gotten the trust of people yet. You haven't gotten clients. You're still trying to sell your properties yourself. It's always challenging. You're still setting the internal structure of the system. You're still, I mean, employing, hiring new hands, new staff, getting to understand the sector. You're still dealing with the government for the first time. You're still, what's it called? Registering into associations, paying dues, registering with the requisite bodies in terms of approval, gaining government. So it's passion saw us through. And now being a lady at the forefront of the business, it's not like the lady is the only one carrying this vision, but she is the face of the vision. She spearheads the vision. Now that in itself is a blessing and comes with its own challenge as well. Now for me, I'll speak for myself. I tell people that the only reason why BlueDutch is still where they are now and they're still going further is the integrity of the face of the company, which happens to be myself. Because there were challenging times that it was just the integrity, and people just say, well, it's because it's Candace, so that's why they just do stuff. People that want to engage in with people that want, and they're just like, okay, it's because there's this person. So now I tell people this is the strong point we have as a company. If people think we have that integrity, people trust us, people believe in us, we have to uphold it. Now that's what has been keeping us going. If not, being a lady in the sector, initially people would doubt you. You just you come up and say, I want to do it. People are like, and for me, because I have a very calm demeanor and I'm not a very loud person, I just come sometimes. I just want to be very simple. And my staff, my PA, they're like, you have to, you wear this, you do that. I'm like, just give me a short hair, please. If possible, no makeup. I'm that kind of person. So when you appear in some places, sometimes people are like, are you sure this project is not too big? They're trying to relate you to the project. A woman, you have the heart.
Yeah.
Can you do this? You go to a place, you see men, and they're like, are you sure? That's in itself. It took us time to change that narrative to the point that now people now believe that, okay, this one is just looking calm, but inside there's a lion heart. She has engine on the. It took us time to correct that narrative. There are a couple of them that being female you face, coupled with the fact that now, unlike men, when you get home, you probably have a wife at home. She cooks for you. She takes care of your laundry. She takes care of your kids. Life is easy for you. All you need to do, focus on the business. You could even call home and say, I'm not coming back in 1 week. I'll just be in a hotel or I'll just be somewhere. And your wife will understand. But female is different. You have to even, if you want to be in your kid's life, you still have to come back from that busy schedule, receive 200 phone calls at a time, send messages, loads of emails waiting for you to attend to. You still have to worry about the kids. Have they eaten? What did they eat tomorrow? Mommy, I have my school. We're having Christmas party. You have to be there as the mother. So I wouldn't just say because I want to take care of BlueDutch, you have to ignore the children. Okay, your Christmas party, I will go. You're having an exam, common entrance. Let me talk to your teacher. Let me do it. You still have to do all that. Then now, as a woman, you take care of yourself. You still have to go to the gym so you could be fit. You still have to take care of your hair, your nails, your skin, your diet. You still have to cook. So even if I don't cook every day, but I still have to make my presence felt in the house. And of course, the person, the cook that takes care of the food, you have to work with her. You still have to go through the market list. It's okay, make sure you buy this, make sure you buy that. Even when they come from the market, you still have to inspect what they bought. So you're still actively involved with your home and then facing the difficult tasks on the field that your counterparts that are male do not have to worry about. So that's another challenge you as a woman.